Welcome everyone today for our meeting with none other than Ms. Stephanie O'Brien. Stephanie is one of our high-performing action coaches in Alberta and British Columbia. She was the Action Coach of the Year in 2021. She won the RBC Canadian Small Business of the Year Award also in 2021. And a fun fact about Stephanie, an ex-professional ski racer and an avid heli skiing enthusiast. Welcome today, Stephanie. It's awesome to have you on the line today.
Thanks, Dale. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, you're welcome. So, really this video testimonial, what I like to get started with is asking the question, what prompted you to want to become a business coach?
Yeah, I think that's a great question and kind of an interesting one as well. So I had a coach, right? I was a client of ActionCOACH. So my coach was Kevin Simpson. And I, was in this phase of, doing a little of this and doing a little of that and probably doing none of it very well. And with Kevin's help, we were able to kind of look at what I was doing, which was marketing, specifically social media and events. And we built a full service agency that is a commercial profitable enterprise that runs without me. That took quite a few years, not too long, but it did take some time. And then I still own that agency today, and I have a solid team of 10 that are working out of 3 offices. But with that, I literally put myself out of a job. And so then I went back to Kevin and kind of said, well, what should I do now? And Kevin said, you know what, Steph, like you're already having these bigger conversations. Your clients want to talk about marketing. You want to talk about sales. They want to talk about attracting new talent. You want to talk about retaining that talent. Why don't you consider joining our firm? It took not very long for me to realize that was an amazing opportunity. And I jumped on that one and I haven't looked back. So I'm really, really grateful to Kevin and Jared for opening their arms and now also looking at the partner, being a partner in those organizations as well. So, yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, and it kind of leads into my next question here, but, so why did you choose to become certified as an action coach over maybe, doing business coaching on your own or joining another coaching, platform?
Mm-hmm. My husband always asked me that question as well. And, we were doing marketing coaching. We still are doing marketing coaching on that side of the wall. It's my loyalty to the people who supported me through the times when I was building something. The loyalty definitely is a massive piece for me. It's one of my points of culture. It definitely drives my decision making every single day.
Very cool. Very cool. I appreciate you sharing that. And so outside of loyalty, because obviously you mentioned that's a pretty valuable element, but what else do you find to be, perhaps the most valuable element of being part of the Action Coach family?
Mm-hmm. I actually want to bolt on a second piece of my first answer, and then I'll come back to the Action Coach family because they're kind of different answers. But it was the opportunity to increase my revenue and to make a meaningful impact in the community. I mean, on the agency side, we focus on transforming mountain towns into culturally connected and growing communities. And I feel like the coaching piece is also tied into that, right? Because not only can we act as consultants and help with the marketing, but we can have a huge impact on the owner of the business as well, which I couldn't necessarily do when I was just strictly talking marketing, sales, and business development. If I come back to the second question now, which was about the Action Coach community, it's been the personal development. At no point in my life have I grown as fast as I have in the past couple of years with the support of having, I have my own coach as well, with the conversations, just the ability to walk in and ask the hard conversations, but be asked those hard conversations or hard questions at the same time. They really cause you to look inside And as you set new goals, make sure that your values are in alignment with your new goals so that you are reaching outside and, challenging yourself on a daily basis. So I think the community is a huge piece of this as well.
For sure. No, that's a big part that we obviously discuss, along the way, is how valuable the community, can be and is to everyone involved. So no, I appreciate you sharing that. In terms of your day-to-day operations and in your life as an action coach, what have you found to be your most successful lead generation strategy?
Great. My agency, honestly, has been probably our best lead generation strategy. 60 to 70% of my current clients came from some conversation or a lead at Carmela, where they might say, I really want to grow my business in this way. And Carmela might say, if we gave you 1,000 more leads right now, you probably would die of indigestion. So not starvation. So maybe let's just talk to Steph and get some of those processes worked out first before we start adding more volume. So that's been a huge one. Currently, I am using a couple of different approaches in LinkedIn, and I'm getting executive development, so proposals that are basically over 6 figures. And those are starting to close as well, which is great. And then networking at events where my ideal customer is another key thing that I try to do at least once a month. So I'm a member of SCHOL, which is International Hospitality Association, a member of BODA, which is the Bow Valley Builders and Developers, a member of the Chamber of Commerce in 3 different mountain towns. And so I try to make sure I attend those meetings when I can, and just a few other community organizations like that.
Sure. I'm sure you're probably hitting a ski trip or two as you head out to all these mountain towns, attending some of those networking meetings along the way. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's so obviously, partnering with a marketing agency and utilizing LinkedIn and the rest of these networking communities is what I'm hearing of your top lead generation strategies for your business.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, anything else that you would like to share with, individuals that are considering, joining the Action Coach family, anything that you think would be important to share to them as they potentially embark on the same journey as you?
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the most important questions that you can ask. And the answer is yes, I would do it again. And I would do it exactly the way I did it. There's the growth that has happened right here in this office has 100% affected the growth that's happened in my business as well. So if you are whether it's a solopreneur or a business owner of a small team, and you are feeling stuck, one way to grow even faster is to invest in yourself. And it's an amazing experience. It's an amazing journey. And I've definitely enjoyed all of it, and would 100% do it again. So yeah, that would be my only my closing thoughts.
For sure. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining today and giving some of that feedback and letting everyone else know a little bit about your journey, because I'm sure I'll be able to help a few others as they consider this path for themselves as well.
Thanks, Dale. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Have a good one, Steph.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.